Hello. Good morning and welcome. You are on the mountain with Rick and Kevin, and it is time for whatever the fuck we're gonna get into tonight. I have no idea. But first, coffee.
But first, Harold.
No. Although, Chloe Bruce, who's your heroine?
Oh. That is a good question. Natalie Portman 12 years ago? Does that count?
Why 12 years ago?
Well,
we're not talking about physical attractiveness in your heroine.
Wait, what are we talking about then? I think I must have a different understanding of the term.
Heroine would be a female version of your hero. It's not based on physical attractiveness. It's based on somebody that you look up to and admire.
Okay, oh, you actually literally meant heroine. Okay, in that case, wait, is the premise that I need to give you the female version of my male hero or my female hero?
No,
Explain, please.
Who is your heroine? It's really not a difficult question. I don't understand why you're making it so complicated. Pretend that the words that I'm saying mean what they actually mean, because when I say words, they mean what they mean.
That's a fair point. I need to think here for a second. Do they have to be alive?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's why the 12 years ago made no sense. Like, Natalie Portman, fine answer, but there's no time limit on it.
Heroine. I mean, some things come to mind, and definitely not. It's actually a really good question. Never really had a heroine. Had hero.
Yeah, I don't really have heroes or heroines necessarily either, but Chloe Bruce is one of my favorite people, and she is just fucking incredible. And you've probably never even heard of her.
Well, I just Googled her. I'm trying to think as to whether I want to go science, exploration, or just pop culture. I mean, Vera Atkins, pretty badass. She was like the first female intelligence officer.
See, that's a good answer. And I actually did not know that name.
Yeah, but I don't know if heroine. Margaret Atwood, fucking badass.
Yeah.
I went to school with her daughter.
Cool.
Which was really funny though, because we were in an English class where they were teaching Margaret Atwood, and Margaret Atwood's daughter was there. And the teacher did not know that it was Margaret Atwood's daughter because she had the father's last name. And like the teacher is like going high and mighty that the meaning of this story is this and this. And what was her name? Laura lifts up her fucking hand and is like, no, that's not it. And she's being very insistent. And again, remember, the teacher does not know any of this. And like, Laura's going on this long fucking story. And the teacher is getting visibly annoyed. And she's like, what do you have to back this up? And she's like, Margaret Atwood is my mother.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good gotcha.
The teacher, like, just, like, the professor just, like, bro, you should have seen how mortified she was. It was hilarious.
And that's why a little humility is an important part of the teaching process.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Anne Frank was pretty badass.
Yeah,
Maya Angelou.
yeah. I'm not saying that there's a shortage of people to choose from. There's definitely not. Fucking
Rosa
women are
Parks was
goddamn
a
badass.
Yeah. Rosa Parks was a G.
Yeah,
Um,
an
Mary,
OG, in fact.
yeah, Mary Curie, as Americans say. I mean, complete badass. Um, did I say Amelia Earhart yet? Yeah.
No, you had not, but yes, she's on the list for sure.
I mean, I hate the cunt, but Margaret Thatcher, just for becoming the first prime minister of England. I mean, there's some badassery there, and like she was a tough political operative, even though I can't stand her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a level above though, being able to give the nod to somebody that you actually don't like.
Yeah, I mean, it's just respect. My wife is pretty badass.
How is she doing, by the way?
Same.
No update. Okay.
Yeah.
What about Bob?
Comes and goes now. So.
Well, at least he's getting his rocks off then.
Yeah. Man, I'm genuinely like. Ooh. Nico Case, pretty badass, the singer. But not heroin level.
No.
Oh man.
Hey,
I mean,
what's
she's
good,
not.
JT?
Hey,
Long time
Jay.
no see. How you been?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Who is your heroine?
With what?
Who is your heroine? Your female hero?
Don't have one.
Well, get to thinking, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't actually have to be somebody that you like idolize or worship or anything like that. We're just giving a nod to the ladies and especially the most badassest of them.
I mean, it can even be a FAP subject, I guess.
That wouldn't really be a heroine. Again, that was where you tried to go with Natalie Portman 12 years ago.
Fair. I need to go check on my rice and beans. I'll be right back.
Your racing beans?
Rice and
Rice.
beans.
No, I know what you said.
Racist beans.
That was the next one I was gonna go to, but I was waiting to let it build up a little steam first.
I always forget about that. I don't really build steam. I just roll over. So what are y'all doing?
I have not figured that out yet.
Do you post stuff on this thing called Hive?
Yes. As a matter of fact, are you familiar with the Splinterlands meme community on Hive?
I am not.
I am dropping a link in the chat part of the voice chat. If you're on Hive, you should come through here and enjoy some high quality shitposting.
So I can just post whatever and people vote on it or whatever?
Well, it's Splinterlands memes community, so it's got to be Splinterlands memes. But yeah, if you post in here, if you got something to say about Splinterlands, then...
so what do I do, just subscribe? Or...
Yeah, subscribe and then click the write a post, and I'm sure you're familiar with making memes, right? If not,
Yes.
It's okay, I wasn't.
You are Rick Wynn.
I am Rick Wins Again. I am Rick on the Mountain. I am Get Good Scrub.
I just followed you. Follow on this one too.
And then here is the page where we make our memes, and as you can tell, I got a lot of things to say. The community is mostly me and Kevin, who is the other person that's on voice that just left to go check on his racist beans. He is Carry the Zero and Prime Rogue, and I think he's got another account he posts on here as well. Because if you post too many times in a row from the same account, then there are bots out there that don't like it and will start fucking downvoting all of your posts. That's why I don't post here on my main anymore. My main is on the mountain, but if I post, you can't see it.
I'll just be upvoting once in a while.
And that's perfectly fine as well. We make the content to be enjoyed, not just for the votes. So do what you do as long as you're having fun. That's all that matters.
I'm here to make more high by voting.
Fair. Are you intertwined with Splinterlands at all? Like, are you a player, or
Not
have
really.
you just avoided it completely?
I avoided it completely.
Gotcha.
Besides for the weekly or multiple day-ish brawls.
Oh, so you are playing brawls. Cool. What fray
Yeah.
do you normally do?
What is that?
What fray do you normally do?
I usually go with the diamond one because I can't win the bronze one.
I wish that Kevin had been here to hear you say that. I understand 100% because I'm in the same boat. I would rather play diamond with silver level cards than bronze with silver level cards, or even with bronze level cards. Like,
I don't even have
fucking
bronze
hate
level cards.
bronze.
I lose.
The only thing worse than bronze is novice.
But that's not a level that you can play in.
There are, well, no, I don't think there's novice frays. There are novice tournaments.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I hate it. Fucking hate it. Hate it, hate it. Like, the game gets good when you start adding shit to it. When you have no complexity, that is not the game.
I'm just adding player numbers to my guild for the brawl.
Your guild is in your guild? Like, you have a guild?
No.
Oh, okay.
Cowabunga.
And what guild are you in?
Chaos Dragon.
Actually didn't know that was a guild. I know it as a card.
Or is it Chaos? Chaos Dragon or Chaos? It's Cowabunga's guild.
Oh, okay. He's a cool dude. How's he been doing lately? I haven't heard from him in a hot minute.
He's been streaming.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of
how I know him.
cooking stuff. Like his restaurant, he's trying to get a bunch of people from his town or his restaurant to get on. Like he runs a restaurant, or his family runs a restaurant, or multiple restaurants, an Asian one and a Mexican one, and he's trying to get on board the Mexican family onto Wax and blockchain.
Cool.
But they don't know how to use the internet well.
Yeah, that's definitely a hurdle that must be overcome first.
Yeah. They barely use their phone besides for phone calls.
Honestly, those were simpler times. I kind of miss that.
Yeah. Currently, he's trying to get them onto Twitch first.
Yeah?
Too. He's trying to do all of that for people who never touches the internet or barely ever touches the internet.
Yeah, it's definitely a tall order. He's got a fight ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do you do on Hive? Do you do any of the Hive games, or are you just here for the blog?
Yeah. The Hive game. CyberX, Serfdom and Sorcery.
Serfdom and Sorcery? I'm going to need a link to that one, sir.
It's a Discord chat game.
Oh. I thought you said it was
Still
a Hive game.
It is a Hive game. It's a Discord chat game that's on Hive with Hive tokens. And now they're moving on to Wax as well. Do you want a Discord invite?
Yeah, please.
Gentlemen.
Let me see.
Oh, it's from Super Brain. Okay.
What's from Poopy what?
Proof of Brain, not Poopy. And we were talking about Serfdom and Sorcery.
They have this group has multiple games.
Oh.
But Serfdom and Sorcery is moving into Wax. They have the game already made. They just created the token on Wax so that they can
all right, how the fuck are they actually getting good fucking fantasy images out of Night Cafe? Because I swear to fucking God, I've been trying for months now, and I have zero.
Magic? Fantasy? So wait, CyberX is putting this out? Because I know CyberX from something.
Yeah, they're getting onto Wax as well now.
Oh. Will you buy...
Well, one of their Discord games is moving on to Wax as well.
Nice. Would you like to earn airdrop? Okay.
They have, I don't know how many games they have. They have a deck building game. They have a RPG game on chat, kind of like Tag.
Hmm.
And then what else do I have? No idea. There's a shooting game that's on and off in development.
Okay, well, I clicked yes, and it's just stuck there.
Let's see. How do I find their post?
There we go.
Shitballs. Oh. Rick, in your experience, how long should it take to cook brown rice?
However long the package says.
Yeah, the package says 20 minutes, which seems way too short.
No.
For brown rice. Like, unhulled, unless it's hulled. Yeah,
That would be why I follow the package, sure.
It's already that it was a fucking substitution, which is really annoying. But yeah, if it's a substitution and it doesn't even have all the fucking fiber I want, come on.
Okay, yeah, this looks more like the shit that I get from Night Cafe. This one's missing an arm. This one's got an extra one.
Is that just that dick
They
floating
have no
about?
faces. This guy's spear has a fucking barb on it.
Sounds about right.
Oh, that's one of the story writers of the back stories of everything.
Who is this guy?
Thus, yeah, he writes the backstory pretty much for the entire parts of the game.
Another game to play.
He does review on all of them.
JT, is there one game that you can think of that you play that you actually earn anything from consistently?
Play is there's Discord games, and then there's, I don't really count Realm as a game. That's a faucet with multiple buttons.
That's funny because actually I consider Realm more of a game than most Web3 games.
Yes, but it's still just a clicker.
Yeah, but I mean, there's some element of strategy at least, and they seem to be introducing some more in the new season that's coming.
Oh yeah, there is more to it's more of a game than the other wax clickers.
That being said, Realm is actually one of the ones that I quit because it just takes up too much fucking time because it is so much more of a game, and trying to be competitive without spending fucking 80 hours a day at your computer is
I mean, I finished like 100th in bronze this past season, so I guess I'm probably going up to silver.
Which place did you get in bronze?
116th, I think.
Oh, you're way higher than me.
Oh, are you going to be going up?
I don't know. I'm 193.
I went really hard at the beginning of the season, and then I slowed way the fuck down.
I played really hard at the beginning of the season, reached top like 15, and then I haven't played for the past 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Not logging in at all.
Yeah, if you're not earning salary. I mean, I was.
Oh
after
wow!
That,
Jesus, fuck these goddamn rewards.
Probably better than mine.
4 boxes had potions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got 1 box on one account and no boxes on the other accounts. Then I realized, oh wait, it's because I'm in the process of unstaking my SPS.
I don't participate in the SPS thing.
How do you not participate in the SPS thing? I don't understand.
He doesn't play. He only plays brawls.
Do you want me to delegate some to you?
Oh yes, we would love that.
Yeah, how much do you have?
I only have like 100 or so.
Oh no, I think you probably need it then.
For what? I don't play battles.
Yeah, it's honestly like you're better off just keeping it.
Yeah, if you have 100 potentially. Because I don't know if you saw the new requirements they've put in. They're kind of draconian.
What's the new requirements? It doesn't affect brawls, does it?
No.
If it just affects battles, I don't participate in battles. I lose 100% of the battle games because I don't understand this game.
So why are you playing the brawls? Just for fun?
I play in Diamond League.
Wait, you have enough cards to play in Diamond League?
You don't need cards to play in Diamond League. It's a guild thing. So the guild needs as many members as they can to participate to get more higher pay.
Yeah.
And they have the higher members play in the lower brackets.
Okay.
And then the leftover people just participate in whatever they can fight in.
Right.
So I'm in Diamond bracket just attacking things I cannot beat so that we earn more. Because I did not have to win.
Oh, so you're losing every single one of your games, basically.
Yes.
Oh, and then you're just getting the merits, and then getting the cards, the non-reward gladiator cards, kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And also getting the SPS. And
Right.
sending a percentage of the SPS to the guild leader.
Weird arrangement, but
Well, I mean, yeah, no, it works.
yeah, I
Oh
guess.
fuck! I just broke 1,000 gold potions again.
Well, I only have to send it to him when I earn more than 1,000. I have to send one every 1,000.
Wait, you only have to send him one SPS every 1,000?
Yes, and I have sent him one, so I don't have to send him another for another 900 and some, or actually no, 700 something.
How did you get into this very strange arrangement?
I told him I would send him, or he told me I don't have to send him anything, just participate in the guild battles. And I told him I would send one every 1,000.
Oh, this was your idea. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
And you know how I like weird things for absolutely no reason.
Yes, I did know that. This one is just especially weird. So I commend you on it. Deeply.
All right, let's open 2 Gladius packs since that's what we're talking about.
Watch you pull a bunch of Quoras, and I still don't have a fucking Quora.
I would love to see a Quora and or a Katie.
So, JT, without cards, have you ever won a game in which the opponent entered a team?
Yes.
How did
they
you?
misclicked.
Oh.
They sent one guy after me, and it was like two payment ones. Oh, you got a golden cookie on your screen.
Yeah, probably. I'm just gonna ignore it because I'm just letting that bot run while the API is scraped and stuff happens.
Yeah, I got none of either. I got a Coach of Hisbane, Ajax Lightfoot, and Arella Abaddon.
I think out of all the guild things I participated in, I've only won one fight in Diamond League.
But how many merits do you pull per brawl cycle?
1,400.
And you do open your Gladius cases, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I bet you have a Quora.
I just started like a few weeks ago, so
you could still
actually no, I started a few months ago, except I haven't played it a few months. I've only gotten in like 8 brawls total. In the first few brawls, I only get like 900 something, and I came back, and the last one I got 1,400.
Nice.
So the guild has leveled up while I was gone.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't kick you out.
It's Chowabunga, he's not gonna kick me out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. That's fair.
I don't think he noticed the one SPS I sent him once in a while.
Yeah, I doubt he would.
with his SPS earning, I don't think he would notice such a small amount.
Unless he had no liquid SPS, because it would show up as liquid. Then
He
it'd be
does
like,
have liquid SPS for his giveaways.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. But when you say you have no cards, do you really just have the spellbook and the starter cards?
And some delegated cards.
But like, what about the $3 in credits you get when you buy the spellbook? You didn't ever use those?
No. How do I use them?
Monstermarket.com.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Then you could buy like, a few cards. You could probably get like 20, 30. I mean, depending on the card, like.
I would recommend starting with all of the old reward cards. Pellicor Bandit, Pellicor Mercenary, Pellicor Conjurer, Pellicor Deceiver.
What about burning the, what's it called? Guardian cards?
The gladiator cards?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Why would you burn a gladiator card? What's the rationale?
GEC.
Do you get DC for burning them?
No.
You get 10 per card.
And that's nothing.
Yeah,
The
that's
card
what's
is
DEC
worth
though?
so much more than the DEC.
that's 1/10 of 1 cent, I think, or 1/100th of 1 cent.
It would be 1 cent if it were at peg. It is not.
Yes.
So that 10 DEC is less than a penny.
Yeah, probably not worth it.
Hmm.
I mean, it'd be fun
Oh, I do
in
have
as
it.
much
Okay. I thought
as like saying a big fuck you to the Splinterlands team.
Just burning the Gladiatus cards.
But then again, that it would increase their rarity, so it might benefit them in some way.
Well, you can't sell them.
Nope.
You can't trade them.
Nope. You can level them up though.
Yeah.
But without a fucking summoner, that's not going to matter either.
And
That's
also,
my
they can
question.
only be used in brawls too.
No, they can be used in regular games sometimes,
Depends on the game allows Gladiator.
Yeah.
or the summoner you use.
Which, and again, that should never have been allowed into the fucking ranked battles. Like, that was
that-
the entire
yeah.
point of brawls.
I agree. Was that a proposal that did that?
No, that was, well, yes. No, it was not. They introduced Grum was just part of, or no, was an airdrop from Chaos Legion.
Okay.
And then he was the first one that brought Bloodlust into ranked. And then Jared Scar was another airdrop. And then the Soulbound rewards were introduced with all of the summoners, and the rule set came along with them.
I find Jared Scar to be overrated.
That's because you're not using them right.
I probably am not using very many of the cards right, to be honest with you.
Jared Scar, though, is particularly... He's a lot more niche. But he is super fucking powerful. In the situations where he is able to be used right, he is more powerful than Grum.
Grum is pretty badass.
Grum is very badass. Jared Scar is even better. He's just more focused. Whereas Grum, if you run fire, you run Grum.
Yes.
You can't run Jared Scar every fucking game. But
Yeah, I've
also,
noticed that.
Life Team
Unfortunately.
is not built to support Jared Scar like that. So, that part of it is the team. If Jared Scar was on the fire team, oh my god, he would whoop Grum's ass up and down the fucking street.
That makes sense.
Have you guys found any fun games for play to earn yet, or no?
Fun. Nova Pangea is fun. I work for them though.
So you have a conflict of interest.
I do. Fun.
Also, really still more of a clicker.
Yes. For now. Till PvP.
Hey, what's good, Walk? Welcome.
I would say that
Walk needs land for Nova.
really? I didn't know he played Nova.
Well, he's just
Ooh,
started.
I got Mystery Box 29 from Prime.
Nice.
Oh,
Land.
Walk the Grid is in your thing.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why
we
I
were
just said, hey, what's up, Walk?
I thought you said the Walk as in WOK.
As in the cooking implement that you need to
Yes.
season and which can be difficult to use.
Who finds a Walk difficult to use?
A wok can be very difficult to use in terms
Not
of even
really.
heat distribution.
No, that's the entire fucking point of a Walk. That is why it is shaped the way it is.
I know, but it
helps.
doesn't work well for me when I make
Well, then
it
you
bread.
don't know how to use it properly.
I don't know if you can use it properly on an electric stove rather than
You
gas.
can't.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
do
no,
you-
that's your fucking problem.
Yeah,
It's not the wok, it's the fucking stove.
but I mean,
If you
who
want to
has
use an electric stove, a normal frying pan works way better.
Yeah, that's what I've discovered, and I figured
Or you
that.
try to use wok. Wok is supposed to distribute the heat evenly over an open flame.
I didn't realize that it was a result of the open flame. But I mean, it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, a frying pan tends to work better.
Flat, electric, disgusting.
Yeah, that's the real question here is why the fuck are you cooking on electric?
Because we moved into the house and it has an electric stove, and we're going to sell it in a year. So it makes no sense to put a gas stove in. Even
Actually
though
makes a lot of sense. That'll increase the value of your fucking house.
Not really.
Actually,
In
it
my
probably
city,
wouldn't because people are fucking
it would
morons
decrease.
and they're trying to outlaw gas stoves, but, you know.
Yeah, gas is extra expensive compared to.
No, not here in Alberta because we produce so much oil that we have a lot of gas. It's electricity is expensive. Gas.
Why the fuck are they using electric stove, not gas stove?
I don't know. I never really thought of it.
I don't know either,
That
but it's
is why.
unacceptable.
And that's why they wonder why I don't accept their claims of protecting the environment.
I have no idea what JT just said.
That's why I disagree with people who support using electricity to protect the environment. They don't know. They don't understand the energy usage.
Well, it depends where you're getting your electricity from. In Quebec, it's all hydropower, so it's a lot cleaner.
Hydro is not clean though.
Cleaner.
The production of it is cleaner.
Oh yeah, the creation of the dam.
The creation
is
is way.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of what they're trying to push for. It's not environment. It's environmentally damaging.
These dams, though, in Quebec were produced like 40 to 50 years ago before they even knew, well, before they would even acknowledge. I need to go check on my rice and beans again. Excuse me, gentlemen.
That also means that they're probably terribly inefficient.
Yeah, but there's so much production. Sell it to the U.S.
I don't understand why Canada even exists.
You can't understand why Canada exists? As opposed to what?
I don't know. I don't know why any countries exist. America's just a pothole of boiling chaos.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather be in any other country than this one.
There are some you wouldn't want to be in.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, as a general statement, I'll take anywhere but here.
There is some city that's still nice to live in the U.S.
Yeah, but they're still under the jurisdiction of our federal fuck-ups.
Yeah, but they don't get affected by much.
Every single one of them does. And when the fucking dollar collapses and our economy goes to shit, there is not a city anywhere in the country that is going to be spared.
Oh yeah, the economy's crashing, but a lot of the places around me already moved back into bartering system, where they trade goods and farming.
Yeah, that's not gonna work for your power.
We have our own generators and electricity.
That's not gonna work when you're running out of gas.
We don't run on gas though. We have solar power. At our own house.
Good. Then
And also,
you
we
are
also
set
have-
up. But that's what I'm
We
saying.
also
Is
have
like
coal.
there is not
also,
a city
like-
in the world that is prepared for this shit, or a city in the country anywhere that is prepared for this shit. Like, there are individuals, but there is no city.
Most of Michigan is run on coal. We don't run on oil for what's called thing, and also our coal is produced locally.
When the economy collapses, do you think that there's actually going to be people running the coal mines?
There's already no one running the coal mine. It's all robots now.
I mean, I love Michigan. Michigan is where I was raised, but I think that you got some rose-colored glasses on if you think that it's going to fare any better than the rest of the country.
Depends on where you live. If you live close to the coal mine, it's mostly robotics, and we can easily get the coal to fuel the furnace. And also, we don't need power. It's just our internet will go down. But
yeah, and that's one of the things
much.
that will be probably a good thing coming from it overall.
Yeah. Do you know what's gonna get hit the hardest though?
What's that?
New York City.
Yep.
And the only thing I would miss if we don't have electricity is watching the chaos of New York City as everything goes down. Do you know what one place that sucks to live in is?
What?
Currently? China.
Florida.
Outside of the US. China is one of the bad
Oh
places
yeah,
to live in.
China's one place I would not want to set a foot.
They're gonna be really rich. But it's off of, like, poor working conditions.
Yeah, it's also off of communism, and it's going to be the government that's really rich, not the fucking people.
Yeah, it's corrupt communism. If it's proper communism,
and it's
the government's not gonna
it's
rush.
Control. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's controlled, and even the government is not going to be rich. But it's going to be regulated. Everything's going to be equal, but China is not a communist country by the real definition of communism. They just claim communism.
Yeah, exactly. It's like American communists.
Or Americans saying they're capitalist.
Well, what I meant by that is like the American ideal of communist, which is not what communism actually means. It's like, yeah.
What communism actually means is what America's trying to do right now in socialism.
Yeah, those instructions, gentlemen.
What?
The instructions on the package are definitely wrong.
You know, what is a socialistic or what is a communist in the communist society in the US?
What's a communist society in the US?
Yes.
The military.
Correct.
It's more socialist, though.
Everyone gets the same pay, everyone gets the same benefit. That is the definition of communism.
But everyone doesn't get the same pay.
Nope, not at all.
Everyone at the same rank gets the same pay.
Nope, not at all.
Nope, not at all.
Are you sure about that?
100%. I was in the fucking military.
Unless you count hazard pay, but the base pay is all the same.
No,
nope.
Because they're based on
if
years
you're married,
of service.
you get more. If you have kids, you get more. Depending on where you are, you get more. Depending on your job, you get more.
Mm-hmm.
That's counting bonuses and stuff.
No, they're not bonuses. It's your cost of living allowance pay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the per diem.
Yep.
They move you around and stuff.
I hear, yeah.
But
it's also
I don't get per diem.
It's also communism in the China sense, in that you're fucking owned. You are the
Yeah.
property of the military. You are not a free person.
But other than that, it's pretty socialist rather than communist, I'd say.
Well, if you're low enough rank, everyone gets paid the same because even if you're married, they don't give extra pay at, or actually no, they do.
Yeah.
That's the only time you get extra pay.
Yeah,
But
you
You're
also
what's
get-
called. It doesn't matter where you live. And if you're low enough rank, you're staying on base, and you don't get paid for that.
if you have a family, I don't think you have to stay on base.
Nah, the only time you, but if you're not married, you have to stay on base.
If you're single, yeah. I think,
If you're
right?
if you're single, and your parents live off base right where you're stationed, you're still not allowed to live off base.
Yeah, that makes sense. But if you're an officer and you're single, you're allowed to live off base, aren't you?
You have to be high enough rank officer.
No, actually, no, because
Depending on the
my
base.
my other sister-in-law is well, now she's a major, but she was a lieutenant and she was living off base as a lieutenant, which was the lowest rank.
My lieutenant was forced to live on base because there was what's called not enough funding. But then this was the Marine Corps.
No, this is the Air Force. It's like the Starbucks of the
Air Force is they call themselves the capitalistic. They call themselves business. They don't call themselves a branch of the military. They call themselves a corporation of the military.
Well, she doesn't call it that, but I would call it that. But
They say they're going to build an airstrip, and you know what they did? They spent all the money on a golf club or a golf course, and also Wendy's, and also Airbnb.
And then
Hardee's
forgot to
and
build the
McDonald's.
airstrip. Yeah.
Yes, and then they request for more money.
yeah, I mean, I've been on base down in Florida where they're at. They have a fucking officers only marina where they can dock their boat
Yes.
on base. And there's an enlisted marina too, but
That
Or it might
one's
be-
broken.
But that one sunk.
Oh,
it might actually be the same marina with two different sections.
it's probably two different sections, but with different quality boats.
With
yeah,
different quality, everything.
I mean, I only saw the officer side of it.
If you just skip out of the Air Force part, though, all the other officers mostly always have to, or at least for the Marine Corps, all officers that's, I think, captain or below have to stay on base.
Yeah, that wasn't the case. Well, I mean, it might be the case now, but in the Army, because
I think you're also equating base housing with on base, and these are two different things.
Yeah.
On base means you are living in fucking barracks. Officers do not stay in barracks.
No,
Officers do not live on base. They
I
live
went to
in
my
base
office
housing.
barracks. There was like 80 of them in one building.
What? Say that again?
There was like 80 officers in one building.
In
Was this
training,
during an-
maybe.
Or
No,
actually-
this was on like active duty.
Yeah.
The on-base housing is for if you're married only.
But you don't have to live on base if you're an
Most
officer.
of the officer only like out of the 80 that's like has a room in that barracks, only like 30 of them live there. The others just rent a hotel outside.
That sounds like it must have been an exercise or something, or
Which
like
also is not being forced to live on base. Unlike enlisted, where if you are not in your fucking room at night, then you are liable to be charged.
I lived on a hotel off base all the time. Pretty much
because
my
my
entire paycheck goes into me and 4 other dudes living in an Airbnb off base. And going back on base during work.
Yeah,
That's
and you were
kinda-
technically violating the UCMJ by doing that.
Well,
How
we
long
didn't get
were
in
you-
trouble.
how long were you in for, JT?
4 years.
Oh boy. No, because the thing is, my father-in-law retired as an army lieutenant colonel, and from the stories I've heard from when he was a young officer, it doesn't sound like he was living on base. And I remember him mentioning he was living on base once he got married and had the kids, because they lived on base at Fort Kylene or Fort Hood in Texas. They lived on base there in like base housing, like a house, like an officer's house, nice house. But then he got transferred to the Pentagon, which is where he retired, and they were getting their housing allowance to live in the house they still have in the suburb. But he was telling me stories of like driving around in his Corvette, and didn't really sound like he was on base. I even feel like I remember him telling me that if an officer lived on base, they got like a bonus or
Probably in the Army. The Marine Corps doesn't pay bonuses like that.
It was like a bonus for, if I'm not mistaken, for like, because if you lived on base as a lieutenant or captain, I think, and you were like willing to go check on the barrack at like certain times, you'd get like a service bonus or irregular duty hours or something. I don't remember what it was.
That's only if you're reservist, though, I'm pretty sure.
No, he was definitely active duty because he was drafted for Vietnam, and he went to officer candidate school because he hadn't yet finished university. He was at Ohio State. They drafted him. He obviously didn't want to go to Vietnam, so he went to officer candidate school. Ended up going to Korea.
Because you're not supposed to give extra pay for like extra duty. You're just supposed to do the extra duty.
Well, that might be the Marine Corps, like you said.
Oh yeah.
Because I think the other
officers all look depressed. Enlisted looked depressed. Everyone was depressed, and I was happy.
Yeah, I mean, when I've been to the Pentagon, everyone looked pretty energetic. Air Force bases, people look pretty energetic. When we'd go have breakfast at Fort Belvoir at the Officers Club, everyone looked fucking happy as fuck.
I think that might be why drinking rates in the Marine Corps Marine Corps has a drinking problem.
Hasn't the Marine Corps always had a drinking problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was founded in a bar.
Yeah, and also like 90% of the Marines I know are all in debt because of drinking.
Probably also because of their shitty fucking salaries. They're enlisted.
Shitty salaries, shitty treatment. I mean, it's just overall a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
Eat the apple, fuck the core. Hoorah.
Oh yeah, I did switch to the Army Reserve, and I'm getting paid more a month than I was in the Marine Corps.
Oh wait, you were an active duty Marine before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you have to deploy anywhere?
No, I was just stationed in Okinawa, Japan.
Oh.
Fun. Where at?
When did...
Futenma.
I was on Foster for my first year.
Oh. Fuck you. That was such a...
I will agree. Eating at Kadeni's is probably the best best that you're gonna do on any base there.
Yeah, when I was there, we were locked down like 75% of the time, and when you're stationed on Futenma, there is nowhere to go when you are on lockdown.
Yeah, that place was a hole.
Our our commissary got closed, or not our commissary, our PX got closed down, or not Starbucks, Pizza Hut and Subway were both closed down.
How the fuck they closed down your PX? What for?
COVID.
Oh, you were in during COVID. Yeah, that's a whole new level of fuck that bullshit.
They just straight up just shut down the PX because they cannot get or they were not allowing people on base, and the people who work at the PX were like dependents living on foster.
Yeah, naturally.
So we had no one to come from foster to operate the PX.
Why didn't they just take some fucking Marines? Are Marines too dumb to ring up cash registers? I'm joking, by the way, when I say that.
Well, because Marines are at work during operation time.
But what were you guys actually doing other than waiting for China to attack Taiwan?
Practicing with fake or with empty guns, running at a hill.
Were you a grunt?
No, but we had nothing to do on Air Force on an air base.
Then why were
I
you
mean,
guys...
as Motor T, they would have had us in the fucking motor pool, continuing to inspect the trucks that haven't moved since the 300th last inspection. Doesn't matter. They're still going to have us there doing our fucking daily everything.
Our motor T were inspecting the trucks. We went to help them. We finished inspecting every single truck for that day with it before noon. So in the afternoon, we were just running at a hill with empty rifles for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely tracks.
Did you have Did they at least give you bayonets?
No, or else
that would be too
dangerous. That would be dangerous. You have a bunch of people depressed in like 120 degree Fahrenheit, running at hills. If you give them bayonets, what do you think would happen?
They'd start fucking around with the bayonets and killing each other?
That is what they're trying to prevent. But they still have you, we had, I think, 6 heat casualties when we're not supposed to be out of our room.
Sea casualty.
Heat casualties.
Oh, heat casualty. Sorry. Pretty funny, but not funny.
It's funny to look at that level of incompetence. It's not at all funny when you consider that not only is this loss of human life, but these are kids that are completely taken advantage of by the system.
There was only like 2 dead.
Oh, only 2 dead. Oh, only. Okay. Jeez.
It's almost malignant incompetence.
Our CO got in trouble.
Our CO probably should have been fucking hung.
Oh, he got court-martialed or something. For improper troop handling or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention enough. I was out of it at that time.
Like, out of it as in...
Slight brain damage from heat.
Oh, okay, in that sense. Oh, out of it. Okay, I thought you meant like out of the core. Okay.
Oh no, I meant like I was out of the... I was zoned out completely.
I can completely understand that. As a non-military person. When did you get out, JT?
Last year.
Oh, shit. And what was your MOS?
Network administrator, so I work on computers.
But yet you were still a rifleman.
Yes. Every Marine Corps is a rifleman first.
No, I get that part.
Every Marine Corps. You speak English goodly, yes.
But if you're a Marine and you're a rifleman and your MOS is combat arms, does that mean you just can't do anything else, or is it that you're really good at fighting, or what?
I don't know.
No, it means that you're the one that gets shot at first.
Or you're the one who runs at the enemy's front line first.
Yeah, you're the one who's actually charging the hill when there's somebody on top of it, not just for training.
And JT, you're the one who gets shot at second, Rick, and JT is the one who gets shot at third, like last.
I
Actually,
sit
no.
behind-
Technically, I'm the one that gets shot at first because I'm the one that's in the front of the truck when we drive into the country.
Yeah.
The grunts are in the back of the truck, so they're the ones that get shot at second. They're the ones that get hit first.
I sit what's called in the back, calling in airstrikes
Okay.
with a computer.
Yeah, he probably gets shot at like 700th.
But
Not
could you,
really. I'm part of the what's called forward back part. So like I sit in the tent so that we can radio in stuff faster from the
Oh, so you're like a forward observer controlling a network system. Sorry.
yeah. I run around with a computer calling in airstrikes on the field.
Are you excited to do that against China at some point?
No, because you're just gonna get missiled.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
There's no dodging that stuff.
No. Well,
And
Hmm.
also
There's no dodging it, but there is taking it out mid-flight.
Patriots are pretty good at that, I hear.
yeah, but it's really hard to do that when you're within 30 seconds of where the missiles would land.
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
I was talking about mainland.
When
yeah.
when my other sister-in-law was in not Qatar, in Afghanistan, I got like shelled or rocketed pretty much every night. They were sleeping in their quote-unquote battle rattle.
My friends that are still in Okinawa, well, they say that they always get told to make sure to when the airstrike alarm goes off, they have 2 minutes to call their family if the communication is not jammed. Because what's called the missiles take 30 seconds to fly over.
Mm-hmm.
They have enough missiles to counter it for a minute and a half.
Are you sure that's not classified?
That
If
might
it was
be.
classified, he wouldn't have been told it.
No, if he's working with computers, he has a clearance, I would think.
I have secret clearance. I don't know if that was part of the secret brief or the unclassified brief.
I wouldn't know, but it sounds either like it's not the right number, or the right number is, and that's why they told you that number, or that
It's how much what's called on Okinawa, how much missiles they have total to defend the whole island.
No, I get that part, but like, there's nothing to suggest they would not lie to you.
True.
I
So
mean, they
that
damn
people-
sure did to get you in there.
Not really, I was bored. I asked if it was fun.
And
No,
they
that was
said
a lie.
yes, they fucking lied. Point, set, match, thank you, sir.
Will I get to travel the world? Yeah.
Meet interesting people and kill them. No.
Oh no, I asked if I was gonna be ever in the front line, and they said no. They said I'll be stationed in the States. That was a false statement.
That was a lie.
But they're allowed to lie to you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they have qualified immunity?
No.
Yeah, they do. They do have qualified immunity because they're the government. So you can't sue them
Some
for
parts of the
lying.
government have. Some parts of the government have qualified immunity. Recruiters, they don't have anything that prevents them from lying to you, and also you didn't sign a doc. They say it's on the document, but it's not on the document that you sign. It's saying that you'll get everything you asked for.
Okay, yeah.
So they just straight up lie to your face. If you read the stuff, you'll understand that you got lied to. If you don't read anything,
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
read
like-
everything I sign now, because last time I signed something without reading it, I ended up in the Marine Corps.
Alright, I gotta go check my red beans and rice again.
how many times does he have to check that racist bean?
Right? I mean, I didn't even know that there were racist beans in Czech.
I have 2 Hive accounts because or I sent something to the wrong account, so I had to make a new one with that name.
Did it work? Did you get it?
Yes.
Score. I have 5.
Oh, why 5?
On the Mountain is the first one that I started, and then Get Good Scrub it was the first alt account that I started for Splinterlands, and then when I started botting and realized I could run a third account, I made Rick Wins Again, and then I made Dragon Memories for the Dragon Memories game, and then after On the Mountain got blacklisted on the blogs, I made Rick on the Mountain 10 for posting.
Why did it get blacklisted?
I posted too much. That meme community, when we were starting to get it off the ground, right after my buddy had made it, I posted 39 memes in one day just to, get some content in there. And that caught the attention of some bots that have since been downvoting every single post that I make to eliminate my rewards. So it kind of sucks because I had actually been building up my fucking presence on the blog for a year and a half at that point already, and now it's all gone to shit. But I have my my blogs that I do aside from it. So actually, I need to post.
Do you upvote your own blogs?
Huh?
Do you upvote your own blogs with other accounts or no?
Yes.
Oh, the racist beans are ready. You know what's really cool about the Canadian military?
Everything there in Canada, so it doesn't get warm.
True, but unless you're special forces or there's a formal declaration of war, you have to consent to being deployed to a war zone.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You consent when you sign up.
No, you have to consent to the deployment. But if you don't deploy, you won't get promoted. But if you don't care, I guess you know what I mean. Like Afghanistan, it was all volunteers except for the special forces. I mean, I'm sure if there were not enough volunteers, they probably have some kind of clause to coerce you, but yeah.
Probably just upfront payment.
Potentially. But the Canadian soldiers I've met have been really enthusiastic about killing people, so...
That does fit my image of Canadians.
Yeah. We love to murder.
You guys committed genocide and didn't get reprimanded for it.
As did the United States. As did every other...
United States committed genocide and then got a lot of hate for it.
Right, yeah.
And then tried to brush it under the table.
The United States committed genocide twice. First with the natives, then with the black people.
Black people wasn't really genocide. That was just worldly. Everyone was.
No, if you look at the legal definition of genocide under international law as it exists in the 1958 Convention on Genocide, slavery was genocide.
Oh. Well.
I mean, it was slavery.
Else, but you consider that. What about the Irish with the British?
Yeah, the British are probably the biggest genociders of them all, I'd say.
Yeah. Because I mean, theoretically, not to say that America is innocent, because far from it, but technically, a lot of that genocide against natives was before we were America.
And to be fair, this is not a popular thing to say, but um, the British genocided more people than the fucking Nazis through the history of colonialism.
Oh yeah. Hands down, without question, not even fucking close. And here's the thing about it, is the Nazis didn't steal all the Jews' memorabilia.
Fair.
Also, the Nazis did offer to send all the Jews away before they committed the atrocity.
Yeah, I don't think they get a pass for that.
Well, right after they did that, do you know what happened? French like locked up a lot of their Jewish.
Yeah,
people
everyone
sent
everyone
over.
locked up their ports. Yeah.
Oh no, they didn't just stop people from coming in. French people shipped Jewish people to Germany.
Oh, that too. Yeah. That happened pretty much everywhere, I think.
Yeah, they basically Germany basically like, we're gonna kill off these Jewish people. So unless you want to stop us, here's
Here are the coordinates where you can send them.
or no. They said we're gonna kill off the Jewish people here. If you want some, take them.
Yeah, and a lot
And
of
then
the
French
surrounding
people
areas
just
were
goes-
like, you know what? No, we don't want them. You're good.
Oh no, not only that, they also just like, you know what? We don't want them. Here's our Jewish people too. Like the French sent their Jewish people to Germany right after the Germans said they're gonna kill them.
All wonderful people, as the Donald would say.
Oh yeah, great people on both sides.
Yep, great people on all sides.
Jewish people just get hated on.
And I don't fucking understand any of it. Like, I really don't.
Well, let's see. Who's the richest people in Germany at that time?
The government.
No, it was the banks. The government had no money. And do you know who ran the banks in Germany?
The German,
No, the Jewish people were running the banks.
but they were
They
German.
ransacked the bank and locked up all the Jews and took the money. That's how the government got rich.
But the government controlled the money supply.
Yeah, the government makes the fucking money. So
Yes.
the argument that the banks have it all is patently disingenuous. That is entirely German propaganda. When you are in control of the money supply,
They're in control of
anything
the
relating to
The money
money,
supply was worthless without the banks because the banks held the gold. And the money was based off of the gold at that time.
That is true, but who supplied the gold?
They were printing money and supplying, or people were storing their money into the banks.
Yes.
So the
And
government
the money was
supplied
backed
gold.
up with gold in the reserve.
Yes. But the reserves was held by the bank in Germany, which was a bad idea for some reason.
You own German gold prior to World War.
It was quite a while prior to World War II.
No, I'm just checking something. So Nazi expropriated some $550 million in gold from foreign governments, including 223 from Belgium, 193 from the Netherlands. These figures do not include gold expropriated from 6 months before Britain went to war with Nazi Germany, the Bank of England handed over nine. What?
It's all ran by the banks.
Yeah, and then after the war, America seized a lot of the Nazi gold bars and recast the gold. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Nazi gold bar was from, like, some of them were from other countries, which was,
Yeah, Switzerland, Belgium were the two biggest sources, apparently.
but the biggest source from in country when they didn't have it was from the German banks, which was run by the Jewish.
Hold on a
That's
second.
also why there was a lot of hate the Jewish didn't have any political power, but they had all the money. So they had the money power, but no way to keep that money power.
Yeah. The epic gold heist, blah blah blah.
And now they control a lot of America's stuff. They already learned their lesson once. You need the political power and a cut power.
Who lends America what?
They control a lot of the social medias in what's called America now.
Oh, do you mean the Israelis?
Yeah, just their descendants.
Turn off the phone.
They're not really following the Jewish tradition anymore.
Well, not very many people do. Most Jews are Reformed Jews, and Reformed Jews are basically not religious.
Yeah.
They're like cultural.
And this is one of the things that's always fucking bothered me. Jewish is a religion. Hebrew is a fucking race. Why is it that we just use the term Jewish for everything? If you do not worship Yahweh, you're not fucking Jewish. Just like if you don't follow Jesus, you're not a fucking Christian. Just like if you don't pray to Allah, you are not a fucking Muslim.
Well, like, the Hebrews didn't like other people joining their religion of Judaism, so majority of the Jews are Hebrew.
Yeah, no, I get that there's a lot of overlap there, but there's still Jews that are not Hebrews, and more importantly, there are Hebrews that are not Jews.
Yeah.
Well, they're now used interchangeably.
Yeah, and it's fucking annoying because words have meaning for a fucking reason. It's like these goddamn kids using literally when they mean absolutely not literally.
Oh, yeah, and cap.
Yeah.
And what?
Cap. It means a lie. I still don't fucking understand how. But yeah, people say no cap means they're telling the truth. They're being honest. Literally.
I've never heard this.
It's because you're not on the tiki-talkies.
Yeah,
neither am I anymore. So I'm sure that cap's already gone and they've replaced it with like ball gown or something like that. I don't fucking know.
No, it's still there. And it's also not on TikTok only. It's also just everywhere.
I know. I was making a joke, sir.
No.
I don't want to get spied on.
Jokes.
I don't want to get spied on by the red China.
No, walk the grid says cap.
No cap. Oh man, shit show. 103. Did I already mint this or not?
Why doesn't Walk the Grid join the VC?
What? As in the Victoria Cross?
No, voice chat.
Oh, why doesn't he? I thought you said when did he? I don't know why he doesn't.
Walk the Grid in my Discord in the On the Mountain voice chat. Join us and talk instead of typing.
What uses up more energy, talking or typing?
About the same.
Yeah, about the same. Not
just one you can delete while you think, and the other one just comes out without thinking.
We're about to find out.
Because if you type something, you can delete it. If you figure that you want to, you didn't want to send it.
Yes.
But if you say it, you can't unsay it.
That's true. Talking burns 1.6 to 2.4 calories a minute. Typing.
You're actually looking up calories.
Welcome to Kevin, sir.
Yes. He looks up weird stuff.
Talking burns more calories, like double. I'm surprised.
Well, you're moving more body parts.
Yeah, I
Or
suppose.
you're moving more muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And also depends on how you're typing.
I type pretty intensely.
And also how your keyboard is set up.
The keyboard is very ergonomic.
Like if you have weighted keyboards that like pushes against your finger when or it's really hard to press against, you can burn more calories than talking.
If I had a weighted keyboard, I'd have a perpetual erection. Sounds amazing.
Not really. Sometimes if the key gets stuck,
Oh,
you can't press down at all.
that's less ideal. Then you just remove it with a fork. Or a flathead screwdriver.
Yeah.
Or a chisel.
Or you just destroy it and buy a new one.
Or a knife.
Or just a napalm.
Yeah. Peace through superior firepower.
Yeah. I like that we drop napalm everywhere and then beside 2 cities during World War II.
Well, it was during Vietnam that you Americans really went hog wild with the napalm.
Oh yeah. Well, we did it to Japan too.
Yep. Well, that was firebomb. That wasn't napalm exactly.
We used napalm on like right before the what's it called the atomic bombs. They went through every city and dropped napalm.
Are you sure that wasn't just regular firebombing?
Yeah, I don't think we actually had napalm.
Yeah.
I think napalm was developed in Vietnam.
Before Vietnam, and
I mean, but like that was the first place where actual napalm was used.
No, yeah, it wasn't napalm that was dropped on Japan, JT. It was incendiary munition.
Napalm bombs first saw combat February 15th, 1994, when U.S. attacked Japan.
Wait, where?
You just said 1994.
1944.
Okay.
Where'd you see this?
And it was developed in 1942 by a chemist, Louis Fisher.
At the U.S. Chemical Warfare Service. Also, it was dropped. You're right. Oh, back then it was called the ANM-76 incendiary. Interesting. That was widely used during the Korean War. They used 260,000 liters, which is 70,000 gallons.
Yeah.
How much was used in Vietnam?
The Vietnam jungle didn't burn as well.
No, it probably did.
Yeah, I always thought that was why they specifically switched from like carpet bombing to napalm, because it sticks.
Oh no, napalm didn't work as well as they thought it would.
Well, yeah, nothing ever works as well as the military thinks it will, because the military doesn't fucking think things through.
It did work in Japan really well. They just
obviously
dropped a few
not well enough. They had to drop a fucking A-bomb.
Oh no, they dropped napalm across all the cities beside 2 cities, and then dropped the A-bomb on the 2 cities that they didn't napalm.
They probably should have just dropped the A bomb to start,
Yeah,
get it over with.
but
They
also
should.
like that was the last time that we actually won a war, and it was because
It's the last
actually
time you
I feel
fought-
like that was
last
the
time-
last time that any war on the planet was actually won.
You know, after the A bomb was dropped for a whole month, they didn't surrender.
Yeah, but they weren't really pursuing very many combat ops either, were they?
They were still fighting. Still.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was a Japanese guy who was still fighting on one of the islands in the 70s.
Oh no, that was years after. But in like the mainland, they were still like we couldn't really where we landed troops, but we still couldn't take the island after the A bomb.
No. And
Because they were
thought
still
could get
fighting.
away with it. But then, yeah, and America threatened to A-bomb them again. As
No,
one
we
goes.
dropped two.
Yeah.
We threatened a third one. They still didn't surrender. When the Russian troops started landing, that's when they surrendered to the U.S.
What? The Russian troops didn't land on mainland Japan?
They did. Or their boats was about to land on mainland Japan when they surrendered. Japan saw Russia as a person who doesn't follow a Geneva Convention, or who doesn't follow through with humane treatment.
The Soviet-Japanese War began in 1943, yeah. How did it end?
It never ended because World War II ended.
No, they never landed on... They landed in Korea. They didn't make it to Japan.
Yes, but do you know how close Japan is to Korea?
Yeah, it's a stone's...
Yes. When they landed in Korea, that's when Japan decided that they weren't going to keep up with or keep pushing.
Yeah, and America landed in Korea basically the same time as the Soviets did.
Yeah, so they decided just to choose to surrender to America.
Yeah.
They
And this is
didn't
what
want
set
to.
the baseline for the Korean War.
Yeah, they didn't want to fight with Russia.
Yeah.
Because Russia doesn't treat people humanely. But then look at Japan's history of treating people humanely.
And America's history of treating people humanely, and pretty much.
Japan was much worse.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, yeah.
In Japan, there was no definition for humane treatment.
I believe that. Yeah.
In Japan history book, they say they were liberating the Chinese from their government.
Mm-hmm. But in American history books, up until the early 90s, they still referred to the Native Americans as the savages, so...
Yeah, the Japanese is like, we never tortured anyone during World War II is part of their history book.
Yeah, we didn't take all those Korean comfort women.
Oh no, they said they were liberating the woman.
Oh, of course.
They were freeing the people.
Oh. We just misunderstood them.
They said the losers cannot write history. Japan sure did.
They're pretty right about that.
Like, losers in a war never writes their own history. Germans, they didn't. But the Japanese, they just rewrote the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much. The Germans, to a certain extent, ignored it.
They ignore it, except they said not to never... Well, they still teach about the Nazis in their history club. But you're not allowed to read any books by the Nazis.
Yeah. Which is kind of fucked up, because how are you supposed to really evaluate what the Nazis were if you can't read what they wrote?
Right. I do think that, like...
That's true.
The
Japanese is on a whole other level of covering up their past, though.
Everybody's covering up their past in one way or another.
Yeah, but do you take it to the Japanese level of covering up their past? Just completely just like, yo, we never did this.
Everybody's history is a lie.
Everybody lie.
Oh yeah, they also when China asked for what's it called basically apology from Japan. Japan said, "Fuck you! You guys were the ones torturing us."
Yep. GT, what's your ethnic background? Like
Taiwanese.
Taiwanese? Okay. You're one of the good ones. Have you been to Taiwan?
Not really. Taiwanese history is we were the nationalist and we tortured a lot of people for fun.
Yeah, so did everybody else, but you're the good guys right now.
We destroyed a whole what's called 2 cities.
That's cool.
Just because there was 2 communists in the city.
Yeah, but they were communists, bro.
Yeah, it was great.
Good. It's all good, man. You're on Team America.
Fuck yeah!
Well, back then, yeah, kind of.
Well, back then you were kind of dictatorship, but I mean.
Well, yeah, it was right after what's called the emperors and stuff.
Yeah.
We took over.
Yeah.
And then we slaughtered a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And anyone who was descendants of like emperors, we were killing from every what's called dynasty.
Yeah.
That was great. And they decided that that was not fun, and we were killing off farmers, and we flattened the whole city by destroying dams.
Yeah, but then you guys started making semiconductors, and it all became okay.
That was years and years after.
Yeah, and every history was erased. All good, bro. What, Taiwan produces 55-60% of the world's semiconductors about?
80% of the chips that actually matter.
What? I think that decreased, though, because Taiwan has done a few outsourcing things in the U.S.
Yeah, but that's why I specifically said the chips that actually matter. The ones that are in the U.S. and other countries than Taiwan are 3 generations of chips behind the ones that are in Taiwan. So
I mean, the U.S. could probably put
they outsource the lower tier chips.
Oh.
Yeah, all of the most important chips are still in Taiwan, and they're not going fucking anywhere because they know that's the only reason why, like, or that's the biggest thing fucking keeping them safe from Big Brother next door.
Rick, you're wrong. It's 90% of the important
one. Which means it's 80% plus.
Yes. It's 60% of world's semiconductors and 90% of the advanced ones by the TSMC. Jesus fuck.
Yeah. Also the ones
so suck my ass and lick on my balls, America. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, all the ones that are made outside of Taiwan are still owned by Taiwanese companies.
Yeah, also true.
Doesn't Korea make some independently?
The ones in Korea are also the companies in Korea producing semiconductors are owned by Taiwanese people.
Wonderful.
Game, set, match.
Better give Taiwan everything it wants.
That's basically what
I
they're doing.
I think we pretty much do.
No, they wanted some air defense thing, and then America wanted to cozy up.
The government also said they were going to take China back over.
The government of Taiwan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. And then we'd be fighting the Taiwanese and.
No, I don't think we would. I think we would be on their side fighting China.
Wouldn't the Chinese all be dead?
Not from Taiwan.
Because they would be China.
Say what?
Because Taiwan is just, Taiwan's title is Republic of China, right?
Yeah, versus
People's Republic of China.
People's Republic of China. Yeah.
So it's still going to be China. They're just going to be called the real China.
Well, they already are the real China.
Yeah, not according to UN.
No, they only have observer status at the UN, right?
Yeah, they tried to argue with the UN that they're what's called negotiating and stuff with the fake China.
I think the UN is.
They are, or
Yeah.
they're arguing with the the winners of the Civil War.
Yeah. You know who I really want to fuck up though is, honestly?
Humanity.
Well, I'm gonna go to sleep now. See ya.
Fucking Rush. Have a good night, JT.
Oh, I didn't even hear him signing off. Have a good one, man. Sorry I missed you. Thanks for hanging.
I would love to fuck up some Russians. In Ukraine. But man, the balls on the Ukrainians attacking inside of Russia right now
Yeah.
is... Like, it's not yet well, it's never confirmed, but it's not yet quote-unquote confirmed, but it seems like the Ukrainians took out a giant military warehouse somewhere in Moscow today.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, stream is yours for a minute. I gotta piss.
I gotta eat beans. Fucking good beans here. If anyone in chat, which I'm not looking at, knows what it's called when the beans like let their juices out into the rice and beans, and you get like these delicious bean juices that have this like kind of like not oily, but kind of oily texture to them. It's like the glory of like cracking into the bean with your teeth. It's like I could never be a vegetarian, but beans are almost as satisfying as meat. Like, they're close. So, they're close. But this stream is us. If you want to support the stream, go check out Rogue Energy with whatever Rick's promo code is. I have no idea what it is. But you should use Rick's promo code.
Click Bang Rogue in the chat and it'll give you a link so you don't even have to type that shit into your URL bar.
Go buy some Rogue Energy beverage. Support Rick on the Mountain. Also use his Splinterlands referral code if you want to play a game with no future.
That one deserved a real rim shot, not even the. I honestly, I should just get a fucking symbol right here.
That'd be pretty cool. I was talking to the chat without looking at the chat about you know when you like bite into a cooked bean and it releases that like bean juice?
Bite into what?
Bite into a bean.
Oh,
and
okay. It
it
sounded like you said bite into a cocaine, and I was like, no, I don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about cocaine. I'm into downers.
Well, then Splinterlands is for you.
Splinterlands is like the ultimate downer. Like, if you want to be goth, just play Splinterlands. Because it's fucking depressing. Didn't used to be. America. Shit. Urge. Action. I didn't have any defrosted meat to put on top of my rice and beans, but I had some frozen popcorn chicken. It's actually pretty fucking good, FYI.
I could see it. I mean, the breading might be a little weird, but I mean, chicken is chicken.
Nah, the breading's not weird at all, actually. Because what I did is I fried up the aromatic veg with the popcorn chicken, so it kind of like got crispy, but like also got saturated with the spice mix. I only put it in for like the last minute of the simmer, so yeah, turned out well. At your current restaurant, do you guys use anything pre-made, or is it all scratch?
Very, very little pre-made, and becoming less and less constantly. Like, since we switched over to salted goat, like, we don't even use any Cisco dressings anymore. All of our salad dressings are house-made.
That's probably cheaper too, right?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, no, probably not, actually.
Really?
I mean, yes and no. Because, I mean, there's... If you're just talking about ingredients...
Yeah, the labor is the most expensive thing in any.
But, like, when you include the time of making it and shit, then yeah, I don't think it's actually saving much money because economies of scale, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you.
And it's not like we're no longer getting a Cisco truck. Like, we still get, you know, our fucking... I mean, we get ketchup. We order in ketchup. We're not making our own ketchup.
Oh my god, you're not making... You know, ketchup, though, is the kind of thing you could make in economies of scale.
I'm glad that we don't, though, because I don't like the shit. Just like, I'm so glad that we no longer have ranch. We don't have gravy. We don't have ranch.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we have gravy for brunch. We have sausage gravy, but we don't have a brown gravy anymore, and we don't have ranch, which means I never have to worry about making ranch again. I made it there once, and I remembered exactly why I fucking hate ranch and don't eat it, because that shit's fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, when your fucking recipe starts with 2 pounds of mayo,
yeah, no,
like, ew.
I agree. I mean,
and like our 1,000 we make in-house, and I've had to make that one as well, and it's a lot better than most thousands, but I'm not even interested in it because it's a fucking recipe for like 3.5 quarts, and it starts with 2 quarts of mayo.
Oh god. Oh, yeah, that's too much mayo.
There's no relish that goes into it, though. We actually just use our house-made pickles.
Ooh.
And our house-made pickles are fucking banging. At least when they have long enough to fucking sit, because it's not like we're canning them and whatnot. We make a big fucking batch and make it a little bit before we run out of the last one, so it's got some time. But I would prefer that the pickles had longer to sit.
Why wouldn't you guys be making like 2 batches at a time, letting one age, and then like when you only have one left, you start your next batch? That would make more sense to me.
I mean, they're really big batches. I'm not talking about like a single fucking jar of pickle. I'm talking about like
5 gallons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wrestling on a blog post. Like,
Do you want to send it via DM?
I mean, you can just watch it. It's live on the stream right now.
Oh.
I'm
As to whether you should post it or not?
no, as to whether or not I should continue with this fast. Like a real blog post, not a fucking meme.
Let's see. I mean, honestly, I have no idea. I don't see the value in a fast. Do you think that you're getting more value added from doing it with the fast than you would without the fast?
I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. Like,
Has Mrs. OTM smoked?
no.
Well,
Not that I know of, at least. Not that I suspect either, but
right.
I cannot definitively say that somebody else has. I cannot prove a negative.
No, I got you. Yeah. I mean, I would encourage you to do what your brain tells you and what your body tells you.
And see, that's the thing, is my body is telling me eat. Of course it is. But
But
my
you're telling me-
brain doesn't want to.
But you were telling me that in previous iterations of this, your body would tell you not to eat at a certain point.
No, not even really that. It's your body shut the fuck up after a week, but I'm not after a week anymore because I had that lapse.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, what, 4 days post-lapse?
No, I'm like 2.
Oh.
And the first 3 days are the hardest. So, like, that's what... Is it just that fucking with me? Like, the first 3 days again?
Or then you should probably wait 3 fucking days and then make your decision.
Because tomorrow I'm fucking working for 11 goddamn hours.
Well, you know my thoughts about that being unsafe in a fucking kitchen.
And it's like... it's literally like I start at noon. We have a 30 top at noon.
Damn.
Like, I am walking in and feeding 30 people.
You're walking into the shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not funny. I mean, it's a tough one because it's like you've done the 40-day fast, which was for other reasons in large part. So clearly you have proof of concept with you, but like I don't see, when I look at the literature, I see that there's likely some value to intermittent fasting based on evolutionary imperatives. I do not see any value in fasting. It seems like it's premised on a belief system rather than on science. That's not to say, by the way, that there is no science to support it. It's to say that the science appears very mixed.
Yeah. Part of the thing that I was thinking of is like it's It's also giving me content to write about. Another part of that is, yeah, but I'm not really writing all that much about it. This is only my 4th fucking post on fasting. Like,
Yeah. Nick, motherfucker.
you okay? That sounded serious.
No,
Okay.
that was just a moving noise. You know what I need?
What?
More sleep, less stress.
Yeah.
And like, who doesn't?
After taking some time to eat earlier this week, I've been having doubts as to whether or not I wish to continue for the month. I felt so much better when I ate, so much more alive, that I'm having my doubts about if my body. Having my doubts whether.
As to whether. No?
My body is actually up to finishing the month. On the other hand, I need to fulfill my promise to myself. This isn't about food, it isn't about health, it's about discipline. It's about turning my life around and taking back control. It's about putting a halt to the string of bad decisions that have led me to this point in my life and trying to begin to claw my way out. Namely, it's about quitting smoking, which doesn't actually require fasting and which still tempts me heavily. I haven't smoked anything, tobacco or otherwise, so I can't help but feel that the fast has done its duty, and going further with such restrictions may cause more harm than good. On the bright side, my homemade broths are getting fucking delicious. I had never made any before, but I had collected a bunch of bones in the freezer for raw materials and have since used most of them, and I've had my crock pot running literally non-stop for a week and a half. And that's literally. Goat, brisket, chicken, I've been making it all, and it's so good. Since the lapse, I've continued with coffee, which has helped, but my mental state is still somewhat miserable as I'm consistently hungry. Working in a kitchen...
Somewhat miserable is like saying literally.
Well, it's not like perpetually and continuously and inescapably miserable. Like, I'm still capable of like having a conversation, laughing, enjoying myself and whatnot. But
yeah, for sure.
Like overall, yeah, it's definitely a tinge. Like I can feel the difference in my overall average has dropped.
Yeah.
Working in a kitchen is definitely not helping and is in fact probably the hardest part of this entire operation. In the end, I'm glad I did the first week, but I think I'm going to have to call off the rest of the month for my own sanity and physical health.
I'm just gonna go get some more rice and beans. Excuse me. God.
What do you think, Walk? Should I stay or should I go now? About what we were just talking about. I just read the blog post. I would like to hear what you think about the whole fasting situation and
I fully understand why my dog follows me upstairs running when she knows I'm going to get more food, and then runs down the stairs because she loves food. But she's 13 years old, and she's out of breath now when she gets to the top of the stairs, and she knows I'm going to come back with the food. So it's like she's a big dummy. Yes, you are. All that for like 5 grains of rice? All that for 5 grains of rice? You missed Mommy? You miss Mommy? Did you miss Mommy? Yeah? That's right. Sure. Sure. Look at you. You're so
Yeah, I'm
pretty.
not talking about intermittent fasting though, Walk. I've been like I've only eaten once so far this month. Like that the original goal was we were going to do a month-long fast. I did break on Monday or no, Tuesday, right? Cuz it was at work.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was Tuesday.
Important question though, and this kind of goes to the matter of your dedication to fasting. When you're making your broth, naturally there's still some meat on the bone, right?
Yeah.
If that meat falls into the crock pot, is it fair game?
I mean, I also there's vegetable matter. Like I put a lot of solids in the broth while I'm making it, and then I strain it all out.
Okay, but if you see a little piece, a string of meat, will you eat it?
No, not if I'm
Purposefully?
on fast.
Oh, because that's oftentimes like the best meat, eh? That little piece that was right on the fucking bone that comes off when you finally get it off through. Yeah. God, it's tasty sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, that shows some dedication.
But at the same time, like, is it also just, like bullshit? Like, yeah, okay, I can stop myself from eating that, but it's still,
We were tough to eat 3 meals a day. About what? Well, fasting, the key to long health. We were taught to eat 3 meals a day, so unhealthy. We used to wake up and go hunt, so we were fasting until we caught something to eat. And not every week we gather food. Fasting kicks in the ketosis. Yeah, 100%. The ketone. Yep. But fasting for 30 days, though, is the question. You can produce ketones after fasting for what, like 18 hours?
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, this is a whole different ballgame. I mean, I get into ketosis sometimes. I've literally like pissed on the strip and I've like been in ketosis.
I actually followed keto for like a month and a half, but my breaking point on that one was fruit.
I did paleo. Meredith was doing keto. And I think the only reason I lost as much weight as I did was just because I cut out all the carbs and I was just eating so many unhealthy complex carbs. And I've noticed the one thing, like since I've lost like 30 or 40 pounds since October, has been the one thing I cut out the most was fucking takeout.
Yeah, that's another part of it is like we are saving some money on food, which is good, but at the same time, like I'm still actually spending a decent amount because I'm just not eating it. I'm putting it all in the fucking broth.
Yeah. And broth can be expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even buying broth. I'm just...
No, I mean, when I was buying whole beef femurs, whole beef femur, including the 2 knuckles or whatever they're called, is like over $20 Canadian.
Yeah, I believe it. Thankfully, I'm not actually buying bones or anything like that. Like, I had a bunch of shit in my freezer already, and then between that and the shit that I've been bringing home from work,
Yeah.
like, the most expensive part of the broth has been handled.
Yeah.
But I'm still buying, like, today I bought a bunch more spices and shit like that because the Splinterlands TV check came in.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And when you say spices, you mean dried spices, not fresh herb.
Correct.
Hmm.
There were some things that we had run out of and some things that we haven't had for a while. Like, I don't know how or why, but we have not actually had, like, shakeable basil for, like, in this house as long as we've lived here.
Wow.
And, like, I would just always forget whenever we were there or shopping or whatnot, but, like, every time I go to cook, I'd be like, where's the fucking oh, yeah, we don't have any fucking basil. So,
I mean,
now we got fucking basil.
we don't have any dried basil in this house yet because we haven't like fully replenished our spices yet. But I think that's mostly because I'll buy fresh basil anytime I'm planning on using it. Because like I have dried oregano, dried thyme, dried like pretty much everything but basil. And I almost got dried basil today because the spices were like 3 for $6.
Oh, shit, nice.
But I got something else instead. I got shit crash. I got dillweed, ginger, and chili flakes because we were out of chili flakes, and those are very important. Because there is a meaningful difference between cayenne pepper and chili flake.
Oh, yeah.
The cayenne pepper is great.
And it's also actually like out of all hot stuff, cayenne pepper is the best one for you physically because it's the one that is actually anti-inflammatory, whereas the rest of them tend to be inflammatory.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
But yeah, as far as flavor goes, like, yeah, no, it doesn't deliver in the same way that the others do. Like, and I picked up some Anaheims and some habaneros today, and those I put one of each of them in the broth. So, oh god, is this fucking delicious fucking broth right now?
Wait, how much broth is it to make it spicy with habaneros? You said it was like
I mean, if I put
no?
all of them in there, it would be hot. It's right now got a like it's got a little kick to it. It's not like hot. But I use red pepper flakes and cayenne in all of them. Every one that I've made has had red pepper flakes and cayenne in it.
Has Mrs. OTM been drinking them at all, or?
Thankfully, because shit, I don't have enough for both of us. I mean, she's welcome too, of course. But
of course.
No, she's eating, so. And since she only did a 3-day, like, she didn't need broth. She did water only for her 3-day. Well, water with electrolyte powder a couple of times a day, but.
Yeah. And I mean, she does not have the fasting experience that you do.
She's been doing intermittent fasting intermittently for quite a while, but she's never done a long term. Like, the people that she listens to about fasting and whatnot consider a 3-day fast long term.
Yeah, so do I.
I do not.
Right, but now I've read some of the stuff on long-term fasting, and to me it seems pseudoscientific. Or under-researched, to say the least. I personally don't necessarily see the value, but I mean, that doesn't mean it's not there.
I should put a picture on it, huh?
Probably. Put a picture of yourself looking glum. Highlight the human toll. LC lights Himalaya. Oh, he means Himalayan salt. Okay.
Yeah, I figured that one. I don't get the LC lights.
Electrolytes.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if he's doing voice to text, maybe?
I am assuming so. He also said pepper spray versus capsicum spray.
Uh-huh. Walk. The grid is Australian, right?
Yeah.
They call bell peppers capsicum, I believe, in Australia. When you were driving marine transports, was there a speed limit?
Where?
Overseas? In Iraq, for example?
Not so much in Iraq.
Hmm.
But, I mean, there's the speed of the convoy, so it's not like you just get to Yahoo off and do whatever the fuck you want.
Right. What did the convoy move at? Like 50? 55 miles per hour?
Depended on the area.
Okay.
And really wasn't paying attention to the speed. You're just keeping your spot in formation.
Right. If someone in the middle of the convoy has a fucking accident, that's buku trouble.
Yeah.
And I presume convoys did not travel with tow trucks, did they?
Some.
Oh. But then again, your vehicle could winch someone. That's true.
The ones that had a winch, yeah.
Oh, they didn't? That's not standard? Damn.
No, you got a Mark 23, you got a Mark 25, which has the winch. You got a Mark 27, which has the, they're all different trucks. And that's the thing about, like, the MTVR versus the LVS. So, the 7 tons, for each of those different things on the back, it's a whole nother truck. Completely different piece of equipment. Whereas the 48 or the LVS is actually, it's modular. So you have that front part, which is the triangle one, which is the power unit, and then you have the rear module, which could be a flatbed, or it could be an A-frame, or it could be the flat self-loader for isocons, or it could be the dump truck, or it could be the tanker, or it could be such and such, or the troop carrier, whatever. They're all like separate rear modules, but it's just literally bolted together. And then they actually steer hydraulically. So even if you are stopped, like, then the point of inflection is in between the two. So you could be literally stopped at a fucking stoplight, and you crank the wheel, and the truck goes.
Okay, yeah.
And that was so fucking cool, because, like, over in Okinawa, I wish we had JT here to verify this, but you got these little fucking biker gangs that they're not even biker gangs, they're little scooter gangs.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and they're annoying as fuck. And one day I was out on the road, it was the middle of the weekend with my homegirl, and we were both fucking pissed off about the whole situation, and they were just all around us fucking just annoying as fuck. And one was coming up, and she just like looked over at me and smiled as she's looking in her fucking rear view mirror, and I knew it was gonna happen. I just started fucking laughing, and all of a sudden just whoa, she just fucking clotheslined him with the front of the truck.
That's hilarious. Okinawa sounds like a fun place with good food.
Oh my fucking god, it was so amazing. I would give just about anything to go back.
Lots of citrus fruit there, right?
I don't remember in all that much about fruit. I was too busy drinking, which means the most of the food that I remember is like street food, like rat on a stick.
Street food is pretty good though.
I'm not complaining. I'm just stating like
Yeah.
I'm still kicking myself over a few things. Like I didn't eat sushi while I was there. I lived there for a fucking year. I love sushi. I didn't have sushi there.
That's kind of crazy.
Cheapest place in the world to get your fucking scuba diving license. Didn't do that either.
Well, that seems a bit harder to do, no? In terms of time commitment while you're in the military?
No, not really.
Oh.
Over a couple of weekends, you could do it easily. And like half the price of anywhere else in the world.
God damn. I'm surprised you never even had like street sushi in Okinawa.
I mean, maybe I did and just didn't remember it or something. Because also, like, I had just turned 18 when I arrived on the island.
Oh, yeah.
And the drinking age there is alive.
Yes.
So
as it is in Montreal.
I was drunk for that entire fucking year.
Uh-huh.
And I'm kind of glad because I mostly got it out of my system, and like I don't drink like that anymore. That's why I'm a Scotch on the Rocks guy, because you know, one or two of them will last me most of the fucking night.
They're sipping drinks.
Exactly. I'm a sip and drinker now. I don't drink to get drunk. I drink for the taste. And I'm not saying that I don't get drunk anymore. It definitely still happens sometimes, but like
it's incidental.
It's a different of mindset. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I remember one Super Bowl that I don't remember. That we went over to my buddy's house, and his dad had a fucking an 18-year-old single malt in the freezer. I've never had a single malt that was old enough to drink itself.
Damn.
But he had that, and this shit was just so fucking good. I was just kind of left the wife and kids in with my buddy's family, watching the game and whatnot. I went outside and was just smoking and joking and talking with him while we were drinking, and you know, sitting down in the garage. And I mean, when I say garage, I mean a fucking garage. Like this thing had an RV in it and enough room for two more of them. And I'm not talking about a small little fucking tiny RV either, like the bus-sized RVs. But and heated and everything like that, so comfortable even in, you know, Colorado winter. And we're just sitting out there smoking and joking. I stood up. Then I was home.
That's pretty funny. That's drunk.
Yeah. Did no fucking clue how many of them I drank. But more than enough.
I've never blacked out like that. I've blacked out, but not to the point where I didn't remember.
Nice.
Excuse me. The only thing I don't remember once was getting real. I drank a whole bottle of Jameson. Someone's birthday party. And I crashed at my friend's house. I have no recollection of how I got into his bed, like his single bed, and slept in it alone. Because that's not normally where I would have slept in his house. I would have slept in the basement.
Right.
Nor nor do I remember how I got makeup all over my face and Sharpie writing on my ass.
Ha!
And then I had to take the bus home the next morning.
The keyword right now is land 1.5, so of course what I put is land 1.5 is not land.
Yep, that'll still count for the giveaway, won't it?
Yep.
Who's the streamer?
No idea.
Hmm.
Don't even know if it's actually a keyword. Or if it's just people spamming land 1.5.
Oh.
Oh, have you got... I want to see... Oh, you already reacted to it, so you have seen it. Damn it. Oh, Captain Wolko is streaming right now. He's one of the good ones. I really like Captain Wolko.
I don't know him. Let's go see what he looks like. Splinterlands TV, where I am no longer a subscriber. Thank you very much.
He's the one who I take over from Saturday mornings. I was really hoping that I was going to have an audible reaction when you saw the Big Brother meme, though.
Wait, what? I saw a Big Brother meme?
Yeah, because you already liked it.
I need to go back. And 1.5 is a social construct. Oh yeah, this dude's dope. Yeah, I know who you're. I just didn't know his name. He's looking at the secret of Pretoria in the white paper. All right, let's go back to peak. See which one you're referring to. Because I remember looking at 2 of them and liking a bunch more. Oh my god, I didn't even notice it was a Big Brother one. That's funny, the push and shove. Oh. Well done, sir.
Yeah, I felt like that was my quality contribution for the day.
Oh, JT's on here.
Huh?
JT is on there.
Oh yeah, he was talking about the Hive blog, so I gave him the link, and I was like, "Oh, check this community out." And he was like, "Oh, cool! I can go like things and earn by liking them." I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
JT's reputation is 27. Does that mean he just got started, or he's been downvoted?
I don't know. I don't know if he's posted anything actually.
He's been posting since May, but only 3 times.
Well, there you go. You know more than I do.
I just followed him. Why is Hive Buzz mentioning me again? Who's Archange again?
Who is what?
Archange.
I don't know.
Gave me a 53-cent upvote.
Yeah, I just saw that on myself as well twice.
Damn. Oh, they're a witness. Okay. Oh, they're the creator of Hive Buzz. I wonder if they just gave me a random vote.
I'm definitely not about to fucking complain, though. Shit.
No.
Which ones were they? It was, Pay to Pay More and Beware.
I will approve them as a witness. Amen.
Ha 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 ha. He liked the land is coming. False alarm.
I wonder if he plays Splinterlands.
Oh, there it is. When you're waiting for land instead of crazy half-ass releases where none of the promised utility is delivered but all of the fees and requirements are fully in place. Guess I'll just die.
Guess I'll just buy more Splinterlands cards. God damn. Ugh.
MIKK2K2 is definitely fanboying it up pretty hardcore.
Oh boy. I wonder if I should go pick a fight.
I think I'm gonna go pick a fight with my pillow. And lose.
Is this Mike 2K2 person a hardcore Splinter boy?
I don't know. I've never really seen him before.
Maybe it's Agra or Yabamat.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, he sounds like a prick. That was a nice Coca-Cola. Oof. It was so funny when whoever that motherfucker was yesterday that started getting salty. Because from what I understand, he got manually removed from a giveaway for being a turd. And then someone won llama, which I guess is worth 150 bucks. Were you still in the bathroom when that happened?
I guess this is the first I know of it.
Oh, yeah, because chat was getting salty when Halsor was about to go on. The last person in the previous stream, the last giveaway of the stream was a llama. And someone was bitching that they had been removed, and we didn't get there early enough to see what they'd been removed for, but it was apparently for complaining about giveaways or a lack thereof. And then he gave away a fucking llama, and that person was not in the giveaway, so they were really salty. And at that point, a decision was made as to the that stream that was coming. And we entered emotes only chat.
Yeah, no, I do remember that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there being a whole bunch of salt, but no, I don't think I knew what it was in regards to.
It's so funny that
I
it's
knew
over
it was
fucking-
giveaways in general, but it's always giveaways in general. So I didn't know anything about the llama though.
I mean, Splinterlands TV, like, no offense to you guys, is basically giveaways, unless you don't do giveaways.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like
Since
you're being
February,
paid
at least.
X dollars an hour to give away, like, on average, like, what, like 30 cents of cards an hour or something like that?
I have no idea, but I know that there are people in the chat that are tracking it, so you can find out exactly how much has been given out and to whom.
Oh, wow. People are, like, do they have jobs?
I mean, well, it's easy enough to get the information.
Oh, they're not collecting it manually. You mean they're doing, like, an API pull or something?
I mean, we have, like, on the giveaway tool, you can go through and just see all of it.
Oh, and someone's making a spreadsheet. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like there's one person in there who has to be cheating somehow. Well, more than one, but one that I can think of. And one that I know is a multi-accounter. So, but on the wax things, it seems even easier to multi-account on the Hive side of things.
Yeah. I guess I overreacted a little bit when I first saw this art because, yeah, no, this is all stuff that I actually would have declined.
Hmm.
Are you watching the stream?
No, I was a minute ago. I'm on the ground now. I am tired. Part of me just wants to go to bed early after having been up for only like 6 hours or something.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you. I actually I laid down and took a nap at like 6 or 7 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and I intended to sleep for like an hour or two, and then I woke up when my time to stream alarm went off.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Good job in the waking up part.
It was the phone alarm, not the online alarm. So.
Oh yeah. My favorite time was when I had to wake you up, and what was it that worked again? Was it the air horn or the bugle?
I don't think that you actually did.
But I did.
No, I know you. I know you did, and you were. But it was my alarm that went off that woke me up. Like I didn't hear the things that you were doing.
Oh, you mean it went off like a few minutes late, like a second time or something?
Yeah, like an auto snooze type of thing. Like it goes and then it shuts off, and then if you haven't manually shut it off, then it re-goes.
And I just happened to be tooting the air horn at the same time, kind of thing?
Yeah, probably. Because I did not hear any air horn, anything like that.
I think I'd also played the bugle, Reveille.
Yep. I remember you talking about it.
Or Reveille, as you call it.
But I didn't hear it.
Yeah, no, I believe it. Oh, God. What time is it?
2:40 my time, so midnight 40 your time.
Feels later.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, fuck. I also just ate 2 giant bowls of rice and beans, though.
Yeah, fuck you.
I meant that in the sense that, like, when you feel full, you're tired because your body's processing.
Yeah, I get you. I might actually go, and I'm definitely gonna go grab some more broth before I go to bed. But I might, pick at some of the veggies and meat that's in there. Like I'm fucking hungry.
Hey man, do what you think is best. Like, you should listen to your body and your brain. But probably your body first, I think. Yeah, sure.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm tired.
Yeah, you have a good night. I am as well. Thank you so much for hanging Walk the Grid and anyone else who might actually be out there. Even though if you're not typing, doesn't matter. We appreciate you hanging out. I have been Rick. As always, you've been on the mountain. It has been a wonderful time. We will be back on Splinterlands TV in 30 hours and 18 minutes and back on this channel Sunday night at midnight. And in the meanwhile, keep kicking ass because you are fucking awesome.